you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Chatting Up a Storm episode 3. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday. I have the pleasure of being joined by a good friend who I've spent a great deal of time, like a massive amount of time, playing our newest addiction. And addiction might even be an understatement at this point. Hundreds of hours over the last couple of weeks, easily. New World. And also an individual who has no shortage of cosplays. We're gonna get into that. It's stunning the amount of ideas he has. It's great. Please join me in welcoming TheColeBrew. Cole, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Hi.
How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Hundreds of hours it has been a bit.
It's been a while. Well, I mean, I've played hundreds of hours. I'm assuming you're up there too.
Let's see.
What's the number?
Steam. Let's see. I think you have a few more than me, to be honest.
I might.
If I can learn to spell New World, that'd be great. But let's see, 139 hours according to Steam.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. How much of that was early on was queues?
Honestly, I only had a couple hours of queues. I was never stuck in the queues.
Same.
Like most people, because I always signed on at weird times.
Same.
So
yeah, I signed on really early during the day just to make sure we got in.
Mm-hmm. No, like immediately, but that's not even a problem anymore. I don't think I've been in the queue in like a week.
Oh yeah, they cleaned that up nicely. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks again so much for being on the show. And I wanted to start out by letting chat know that a big shout out to Cole right from off the bat, because he was instrumental in helping out with ideas about getting the podcast section set up. So big shout out to Cole, not just for being a great friend and being somebody that I've known for over probably close to 2 years now, or a year and a half now.
Yeah, on and off for 2 years, but
yeah,
I'd say definitely, I spent more time. I think I spent more time with you than most streamers.
Oh, gee,
in general,
I'm so lucky.
Yeah, I usually only go for the most attractive streamers.
Oh,
so
well, now we know you're lying, so I appreciate it. Actually, believe it or not, so Cole and I first streamed together, Spellbreak, and I checked. It's over a year ago, September last year. September 2020. I checked the date. It's been that long ago.
God, I hate that game.
It was fun for a little bit, but there was such a gap in skill. Either you were really good or you weren't.
No, it was. No, the skill gap was so unbelievably fast too. It wasn't in New World. There's clearly like you can invest time and get good. You can clearly like we're already better than most of the population because of how much time we've played. But Spellbreak, it didn't matter. There's people already that had like hundreds of hours in the beta or whatever they were doing.
Yep.
But there was no. It was really bad.
I mean, we kind of knew the game was gonna kind of sink away.
We could tell right away though. Compared, like within a week or two, it was dying already.
Yeah, it was.
It was tanking. It just came out at the wrong time.
I think so. I like that the art style was great. I think the visuals were great. It was great. Yeah.
Concept was cool. Action was cool. There's just a severe lack of diversity in the gameplay. Every game felt the same.
Yep, that's true. That's true. We would loot the same locations and at
least with like Fortnite or Fortnite or Warzone, it would update constantly, or the map was so big. There was always something new and dynamic going on that you'd always felt more fresh than Spellbreak.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I want to make sure we get to is you. You know, I mean, that's why you're. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Let's talk about penguins in the Galapagos. Let's go off of those.
I mean, I do love penguins. I mean, is there anything specific you want to bring up about penguins, or
that there are penguins in the Galapagos?
Okay, that's all the time we have today. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it, but that's about it. Oh, but in all honesty, I'm kind of curious. What got you into content creation, and did you do stuff before Twitch, or Twitch was really it?
So I was an actor for 10 years, 8 years really, but 6 years, around 6-7 years I was acting. And then while I was doing that, I was like, I need to improve my social media game. And so this is before TikTok, after Vine. So it was really, it was like Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter. And while I was living in Hawaii, I took a break from acting and I was learning about Dungeons and Dragons. I saw Dan Harmon's Quest. What was it, Harmon Quest, whatever it was, this comedy thing. I was like, this looks like a lot of fun. And then I looked up more D&D, and then I ran to Critical Role. And Critical Role is according to the leaks last week, the makes the most money out of any stream across all of
I actually didn't
Twitch.
even check all that stuff.
Yeah, well, that was the top 10. The top
Okay.
10 was right there. Yeah, we can talk about that in a minute. But
Yeah.
yeah, because I looked, I ended up on the list. But the top 10 was not me. I'm not in the top 10.
I don't think either of us are.
Yeah, I'm in the top 5. I'm not in the top 5K. I'm not in the top 10. Like, there's a huge gap between the top 10 and even the top 20, and then it just goes and goes and goes spread wise. But what I was gonna say is, so I started a Dungeons and Dragons streaming channel first, and that was about 2 years in. I was a dungeon master, and I ran everything. I lost so much money doing it because I was just investing over and over and over again with it, and like putting so much time, hundreds of hours just for a 4-hour stream. It's really not worth it. So you invest, 60 hours a week just in making a story for next week. And people say it's probably not like, good, but I was making everything from the ground up. I was building sets. I was editing. I was learning how to run Twitch.
Wow.
So it all stemmed from me trying to get a social media following, because in the acting world, people with bigger social media followings were getting more work than people that weren't. But here's the funny part. So about 2 years in, I just said I was done with the D&D thing, so I ended that. There's more to that story, but we don't really need to get too into it. But just essentially, I was overworking myself, and I was expecting a lot of people to be at a certain level, and that was on me, because don't ever compare people's passions. Like, if you're up here and all your people are down here, don't expect everyone to be up here with you. So that's on me. But I started streaming by myself, and it was a lot of fun. I started Dark Souls. I started a little side channel that I started because I wanted to separate the content a little bit. And my channel originally was supposed to be a side channel. So the DM Coltrane was just a side channel. That's all it was. But I was having fun. I was really enjoying it. It was so much easier to make content on there. And I really believed it. And so I just dove in head first on that one. And kind of grew from there, I'd say. The sad part was I made more, like, just off of income. I was more successful on 1 to 2 years of Twitch by myself than when I was in 10 years being an actor.
That's insane.
Yeah, combined. Like, you have to understand. So I was like, oh, and it's fun, and I can do what I like, and I'm not making, a ton of money, because honestly, I wasn't making a ton of money acting. But it really wasn't about that. It was just something like, oh, I can do this, make a living, and go audition. That was kind of the goal. But I stopped acting last year at the beginning of COVID, right before COVID. Like, last year, I was like, you know what, I'm done acting. I've been at this too long and no success, and Twitch is more successful. So kind of made the slow decision to kind of throw away that past dream. I was like, you know what, I want to do this. This is something I enjoy. This is something I love to do. And I tried variety streaming, of course, and I went full time for a bit last year, kind of more due to necessity than because of choice. Because I'd moved across the country, my brother needed a roommate, and then I said, "All right, we're doing full time because I lost my job to COVID. I'm living over here now, so let's just do it." And I was doing great for a minute, and then I just kind of got to realize that wasn't the best idea. I don't recommend living to paycheck to paycheck on Twitch, by the way.
Kind of with you there.
Don't live paycheck to paycheck on Twitch, folks. So I got a side job. And now we're here. So I decided to put away variety streaming and focus just on one game, New World, because variety streaming is dead.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to get into the whole New World conversation. I'm probably
don't worry.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about that, chat, and guarantee it. And side note, if you want to ask Cole a question, we might pull some. There's a channel point reward. You can ask Cole a question. No, you don't want to do that.
No, you're doing this wrong. You're doing this wrong.
Go on.
If you do 100 bits per.
Oh, that's why you're shaking your head.
No, that's 100 bits per question, because some people don't have the channel points.
That's true, but
and you can make 100 bits. Got you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I was like, wait, he doesn't want to answer questions.
No, I'd love to answer questions.
Of course.
It's a channel point thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, I get what you mean.
I'm trying to help all right. People on Twitch, like, I love y'all. Y'all too nice.
Well, I mean, it helps I have a full-time job, but still,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So you mentioned the album Coltrane, and one of the most recent things that you did, you went through a rebrand.
Yeah.
So why? I love the name. I remember reaching out to you about when you made the name change, because branding to me on Twitch is so interesting to me. So why TheColeBrew?
Well, I mean, coffee's kind of a staple of our channel, ironically. Which group of people doesn't love coffee? What group of people doesn't love tea or just something relatable? So, yeah, exactly. DM Coltrane. The thing with that one was it was great. It's catchy-ish, but it's not relatable. Like, it's not a relatable name. At least with Cole, I wanted like TheColeBrew or Cold Brew, but those are taken. So, but I always want I like when my name is in the title of, and people have complained about that all the time. It's like I can never get called by my real name. It's like why? Like you just need to put your name into the title of your stream. Like that's just genuinely it. DM Coltrane. People still call me Cole. TheColeBrew. People are still gonna call me Cole no matter what. And TheColeBrew, at least people are like, oh, that's catchy, or oh, that's clever. So I, from a love of coffee and all things brewing, and you know what? Because you can always be brewing up something. That's why I chose TheColeBrew.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And a little pun in there too. That's good.
Yes, exactly. It's also it's like if there's a GIF specifically, if you guys can find it, if my type of humor, it's sensible chuckle. Just look up sensible chuckle or sensible humor, and it's this guy like reading through this like magazine. He just goes, "Oh, that's it. That's the extent of my humor." So that's what you're. That's me. So
I'll
that's
check that out. That's pretty funny. So I gotta be honest with you. I worked at a Dunkin' Donuts like a long time ago, like really, really long time ago. I've tried every type of coffee, couldn't get into it. Why coffee? What's your go-to coffee? Explain to somebody who's not really a coffee drinker why you enjoy it so much, because I just don't. I don't get it. And it might be kind of a weird question, but I just don't.
It's fine. I mean, it's like the most legal drug you can take. So it's. I just enjoy the flavor. I enjoy the flavor. I like to pick me up a little bit with the energy you get from it. The taste, honestly, is more it now. Kind of ironically, less than the caffeine. It's genuinely more the taste. I like the dark flavor, and there are levels of flavor. So, like, if you get into any topic, you're gonna find a lot of depth, and coffee is also one of those. I'd say. Like if you look at wine, you look at cigars, you look at something that's like more of acquired tastes. They even have more levels in them, and coffee also has it. And it's enjoyable if you start to learn about it, but you'll also bore people to death if you get into it. So I like dark roast Americano, which is just espresso and water. And I'm the least pretentious person when it comes to coffee. Because if you bring me a latte, if you bring me a cup of coffee, I'm gonna drink it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is swill. To get this away from me, you pleb. Like it's honestly just the taste and how rich it is and things like that. And there's some cool history and stories behind it and some really nasty stuff, but we don't need to get into that. But I'd say it all probably started from Starbucks because that's where I worked.
Okay.
For about 2 years, 2-3 years. But then just kind of got more involved in the subject, and it's still interesting. But you would probably get us if you know people, like I'm pretty sure we do, like that are into brewing their home brew, like their home beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just as interesting. So I'd say it's only interesting to that person than it is to a bunch of people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And
but actually you can learn a lot from people that what kind of coffee they have.
Really?
Yeah.
You have an example?
All rich white guys order dry cappuccinos.
Looks like I'm never ordering a dry. I mean, I don't really drink it anyway, but looks like I'm never ordering a dry cappuccino. I'll keep that in mind.
It's a social experiment. Working at a popular Starbucks, the groups of people that come in, and you could pretty much guess what they're going to order. Or he'll be right like 70% of the time.
Food service is a difficult thing to be in.
You ever done it?
Oh, yeah. I worked at a sub shop. Like I said, I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. Sub shop was terrible. I worked at a pizza, Italian kind of like fast food kind of thing.
Actually, Dunkin' Donuts is fast though, so you don't have to deal with the people.
Yeah, it was quick. When I was working 3 different jobs, it was one of them. So I mean, it wasn't bad, but all your clothing would smell like Dunkin'.
That's not a problem.
It wasn't. It was a good smell, and honestly, the manager and I'm sure, obviously, Starbucks would never do this. They let me eat and drink for free. Like it didn't matter. Whatever you wanted.
You got
no discount. You just had it for free.
You get 1 free coffee at the beginning of your shift, 1 your break, 1 your lunch, 1 your second break, and 1 after. So you got 5 free drinks a day. Like you don't need much.
Oh, that's not bad. That's like $100.
Yeah, then you got 1 free item of food a day. So I'm sure the manager's got some other perks that we didn't know about. But
yeah, that's a lot. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it might hurt I actually, so ironically, I have a side job right now just because as much as I would love to live off of Twitch money, I don't like the inconsistency of Twitch money. So I have a side job actually I picked up just for time being. I probably will switch eventually to something else, but it's just I work at a coffee shop right now and they say you can have as much coffee as you want. So that's not a good thing for me, not gonna lie.
Well, unlimited coffee. You love
Yeah.
coffee. There you go. It seems like a match made in heaven, even if it's temporary.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll eventually try to like get them to let me sponsor them on Twitch, but we'll see. We'll wait on that one.
That'd be cool. That'd be really nice.
That's a future plan.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Dark Souls. I'm sure you played Bloodborne quite a bit. I saw Minecraft was another big game for you.
Bloodborne was my most played game, but the only challenge run I completed was Dark Souls.
Okay.
Yeah, Deathless.
You did Deathless, okay.
Uchi-Katana Deathless.
That's very specific.
Yeah, because everyone was like, oh, you shoot the twin. Good Lord, I know about the twin blades.
So explain, for those that don't know about that particular weapon, what was the basis behind it? Because I don't even think I know. I mean, I know twin blades, but...
The Uchi-Katana is basically just a bleed weapon. So you can only pick it up really early. You have to learn how to cheese the guy. So when you're entering into Dark Souls 3, you fight the first boss, you kill him, and then you end up at like your hub, like your homeworld hub. But if you go to the left before you enter into the hub world where you kind of teleport everywhere throughout the game, if you go up these stairs, there's actually like a guy up there who's in ragged clothes and he has a samurai sword, which is called the Uchi-Katana. And he's not a fun person to fight because he's really hard, but if you kill him, you get his sword and his clothes. So you can utilize them pretty dang well throughout the game because when you're using it, you will cause something called bleed damage, which almost every single person and boss can suffer from. If you hit them enough times, they'll actually kind of like burst and blood goes everywhere, of course, but it takes a huge chunk of their damage out.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not the most ideal weapon for most runs, but it can work, and I proved it can because you also do have your special parry move, which is I don't recommend, but you can use it because I think it's the only sword that might be. No, there's one other sword that does it. There's which one has the hook? The Abyss Watcher's sword, right?
Yes, I think
You can parry with that one. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. But anyway, so the Uchi-Katana is one of the few swords you can actually parry with without having a shield. So.
That makes sense. I feel like I remember dying to him at least 1 or 2 times on my blind playthrough years ago. It's like, he looks dangerous, and he was.
You know how you cheese him?
Go on.
You antagonize him. You walk back down the stairs a little bit, and there's a little lip that's between the stairs and the bottomless cliff. And you just hang out right there, and he'll swipe over you and drop down.
Really? No kidding. The things you find, challenge runners, and how everybody figures that stuff out. Even though we've done our own runs here, it's mind-boggling to me. Speed running is its own different thing, but challenge running, the talent there, the amount of time that goes into just a little segment figuring the stuff out is unbelievable.
I think the Deathless run is probably the easiest of the challenge runs, but still very hard. I would say any % challenge run. So it's like you just got to get to the credits. So that one took me about, I think time-wise calculated, about 80 hours.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible, but it took me about... No, it had been a little longer. I think it's probably closer to 100 hours. But even then, it just kind of shows you can do it.
That's not bad for a challenge.
Yeah, for a challenge run, 100 hours, not bad.
So no hit, no damage, not in the cards?
There was one for Bloodborne, and I got down to PB of 30, I believe, for no hit. And I got PB of 1 for Deathless. So PB means personal best. So I beat the game Bloodborne any %, and I beat it with dying 1 time. That was the closest I never finished it. And then I had a third one, which we'll talk about in a second. But and then of course the hitless one, trying to beat the game without getting hit, which is stupid and it's not fun. I don't get people that do that. You did it, but I don't get it. To me, it's like I was doing this like, this sucks the entire time. This sucks. This is not fun. This is not a cool experience. I don't care enough about bragging rights. This is not what I want.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So for those of you that don't know him, because I know some of you are from my community, he did a damageless run or a no-hit for Star Wars, The Fallen Order. You know that game I played for like 2 minutes? Yeah, that one. He was the first person to do it. Is that from the company?
This is all... No, I bought all these myself. In fact, I got the flamethrower guy from Fallen Order in the mail. It's in a box. I haven't opened it yet. Came in today. Cool. Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, Fallen Order.
I get the appeal. I get the challenge. I get it for sure. But Hitless is not fun.
No, and a hitless in Fallen Order is totally different than any other run
Yeah.
because you can't even have if you don't parry, like reflect the shots back, it's a hit.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it's
okay. You have to
insane.
do perfect. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that to me never seemed natural to me because you're
Yeah.
meant to fight stuff off. So
Yeah.
to me, I mean, the rules in Dark Souls and Fallen Order are just totally different things. It's just they're totally different games. But that's
Oh
interesting.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay, in the third challenge run.
Yep.
So you know BL4?
Yeah, Blood Level 4. Yeah.
So blood level 4 is like level 1 in Bloodborne.
Right.
And so everyone does when you do that one, that's a common challenge. Everyone does the saw cleaver or the axe maybe. No, not me. I decided to do the threaded cane because I said why not? That seems hard.
That's what I
It
should have
was.
done. I had Lady Maria that was behind me. I should have put her up for today. Totally
Yeah,
forgot
oh,
about
no,
that.
I think I've died to Lady Maria. I think my challenge run stopped at Lady Maria.
Oh, she's the
I
best.
made it all the way to Lady Maria. I think I only had 2 bosses left. I think I had 3: Lady Maria, Orphan, and Ludwig.
That's impressive though to getting that far though, especially with the cane.
Yeah, it's so nasty.
Yeah, Lady
It's so
Maria is
hot.
like the in-game Bloodborne crush for me, as I'm sure
yeah,
she is for many.
Yeah, she's the only person I simp for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think for Ludwig, it took me 770 tries. We counted.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's a lot.
So for the threaded cane, for those that don't know, it's so there in Bloodborne you start with 3 weapons. You start with the saw cleaver, which is like this sword, it's like a saw, really visceral looking thing. Then you got the axe, that's the other second weapon. It's like this big 2-handed axe that can extend to a longer 2-handed axe. Really cool weapon. Lots of damage on that one. The third one is a cane, a literal metal cane that when you whip it out, it turns into like a metal whip with spikes on it. It's a cool idea. It sucks at damage. It literally is like hitting everybody with a toothpick the entire time. That's how it felt. A lot. But it was a different, I think that was a good challenge and I had a good time. That's my most streamed game just because of those. I was doing those challenge runs side by side, which was stupid.
Side by side. That's brave.
I was doing blood level 4 and then when I got tired of that, I'd switch over to the deathless. And when I got tired of that, I switched back to the blood level 4.
Well, at least you were in the same game. You were just doing 2 different runs.
yeah.
So at least there's that. Okay.
It was so bad.
Well, you got you got pretty
think
far.
I aged like a year just off that.
Oh yeah, because the year of you aging is really noticeable. Do me a favor. In what world?
I'm 30 now.
You're 30 now. I still got you beat by a few years. It's fine. The fact that I was older than you is surprising. So
Yeah, I know. I actually am 40 years old. Sorry, guys.
and the truth comes out. See, this is where we drop big news. That's it. Cole is actually 40.
This is a wig, and yeah.
It's a wig.
Mhm.
So speaking of wigs, these cosplays.
That transition,
Bro, it was really good, actually.
Bravo.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Bravo.
The beard. Your recent cosplays. Where are you getting these ideas from?
Mostly my chat.
It's the one. Yeah, if you missed the intro, you're gonna want to go back and see it because there was like 3 or 4 different cosplays in that intro alone.
So it's Halloween, so it's kind of easier to do
Hype.
them, for sure. It's a fun. I think any streamer should sincerely think of doing that kind of thing, because it's fun, it's easy, and everyone enjoys you when you dress up. Because you're gonna take yourself way less seriously. To be honest, you can't take yourself seriously when you're dressed up as the Brawny Man or a Lumberjack or upcoming Mr. Clean or things like that. You can't do it. So it's just honestly, it's for content's sake. It's fun and people enjoy it and I enjoy it. So it's just kind of a mutual thing.
Gotcha. We've done our fair share. I dressed up like
Yeah.
Batnana, which was half Batman, half banana. I couldn't figure out which one to dress up for Halloween, so I just combined them.
You didn't do You didn't do any of that?
No, I can't say I did, but there's still time. Halloween's coming up in just a couple
Oh my
weeks.
gosh, you missed it then.
Yeah, I should have done it, but I just never got around to it. We dressed up like an inflatable blueberry once.
How come there's been no Star Wars cosplays?
I did dress up like a Jedi
How come no Stormtrooper?
because that's expensive. If we want to fund an entire Stormtrooper outfit, that's fine, and I'll wear it.
No, you should do this. You should do so. Here's where I thrive.
Go
So
ahead.
you should do this. You should start with a really janky, crappy Party City Death or
Make it out of
Stormtrooper,
cardboard.
and then yeah, cardboard as cheap as you can go. And every time you get a sub goal met, you add another good piece to it over time, and it slowly evolves into this good thing. Like that's what you should do.
I'll tell my production team about this, and we'll make sure that they keep
Yes.
track of these wonderful ideas. That's
You're
a really
welcome.
good thing.
You're welcome.
That's great. I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind going forward. So chat, we're about halfway through the show, and this is one of my favorite things. Cole is going to partake in a solid game, which we like to call save or delete, and I'll explain it here just in a second. Save or delete is so much fun. I absolutely love it. So what's gonna happen here is TheColeBrew, my buddy Cole, is going to be partaking in essentially video game character Tinder. He's going to see random characters come. He's all set. He's all ready to go. He's going to see random video game characters that are getting pulled from a database. There's about 200 in there that are randomly
There's
gonna.
200?
Oh, there's tons of them. You're gonna have 2 minutes to swipe left on or right on as many as you can. We'll talk about it after the fact. These are very important decisions.
Okay.
Not really.
Oh,
but you know,
it's gonna be fun.
oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're gonna
Choose
see
wisely.
we're gonna see how well Cole does, and we're not at all going to judge him on his decisions at the end. But we'll see. You have any questions before we get started, Cole? You good to go?
Oh no, we good. We're gonna wife it up. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Best of luck.
This is a cool program.
Yeah, it was all made by Sirius, and Print helped out with it too.
sound or anything, or no? There's no sound.
No sound, although there is music. Good luck. Leia. Oh, he's moving quick. The names are under there if you want to track. Hanzo moves to the left. Link moves to the right. You got Ivy.
Wait, how am I? What am I? Oh heck yeah! What am I swiping on? What's the? Oh yeah. What am I swiping on specifically? Is this what save or delete? Right. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. GLaDOS. There's some really good. Nobody's picked up the one that I added myself that nobody ever knows. Nadine goes to the right. Kirby pops up. He's good with Kirby. Yes on Zelda.
No idea this is.
PJ Blazkowicz
No.
goes to the
No
left.
idea.
Commander Shepard. Oh, he thought about that one.
Do say heck yeah.
Oh, I figured Duso would be a good one.
Hell no, we know. Yuna, of course. Oh my gosh. Jill, yes. Yes.
Down to that 1 minute mark.
Yes. Can I tap that one twice? Arbiter.
Cole likes Tifa.
Master Chief, yes. Harley, of course. Zephy, sure. Don't know who this is. Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh, he got a good
Glorious,
one.
Specific. Ganon, bye. Bye Fox.
Really? Okay.
Hello Barrett.
Oh! Oh, you would. Oh boy, moves Cal Kestis to the left. Oh, we're gonna have problems. Oh, he did that on purpose. There he is. That's Freaky Funky. I'll explain that after.
Okay, yeah.
He's the first one to get it. 10 seconds. This might be a new record.
Oh, Garrus, heck yeah. Isabella, yeah, let's go. I wanted the
That's a new record. That is easily you've moved over more characters than anybody before you. So congrats
Perfect.
to you on that. However, we have a serious problem. Granted, I know Cole didn't. We've talked about this before. I know he didn't really play much of the game, but he moved my boy Cal Kestis to delete it. Why? Was it to mess with me?
I genuinely didn't like him as a character.
Oh, the tears. You can see them running down my face.
It's not personal. I just think he's a boring character.
Oh my god. Oh, Cal, I'm so very sorry.
The acting to me never did it. I didn't like the story in terms of where it was placed in the Star Wars universe. Here's the thing. You're going to have a hard time convincing me of any new Star Wars stuff being
Sure.
like you have an uphill battle Like the combat was fine. The story, like the graphics were great. I understood the appeal. Wasn't for me. But Cal to me was not an interesting enough protagonist to lead it forward. And the antagonist, I cannot stand the Inquisitors, the Jedi, the Star, like the little Jedi Light, the Dark Jedi Light people that they have thrown into the universe just to add extra characters so they don't have to ever fight Darth Vader. So like, that's just how I feel with that one. So Cal to me is a little too like imitation vanilla, because at least real vanilla is good.
That's all right. That's fair. I mean, there's nothing wrong with your opinion.
Yeah.
We can't all be perfect. It's fine. So,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I know, I knew your feelings about the game ahead of time. Now we know it a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little bit of context, that yellow fuzzy looking guy.
Soft degree
what is this?
IDK.
Oh gosh. So that is a character from a game called Freaky Funky Fuzzballs. And it was an MS-DOS game that my dad used to play as a kid. If anybody ever looks it up, it has some of the coolest music ever made. It's all 8-bit.
Thank you for the $5, Bananas. I got you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Bananas. So it was a top-down game where you versed the PC, and the PC was really, really fast, really, really cheap. It was super hard. But I added that in because nobody would ever know what it is, and it's fun throwing you all off.
Sure.
So, and you're the first one to get it.
I like it. It's cute, but I haven't played it, so I feel like it'd be unfair to the rest of the people.
Of course. Now, here's the most important question. You chose a lot of people to save. But now here's the ultimate question. You can only choose one out of the ones that you saved. Who are you keeping? Everybody else gets to go away. You can only pull one. Yeah, you can only pull one.
Pick one out
you can
all
only
of
pick
them?
one.
Okay.
I mean, granted, it's not. I'm just curious.
Under what context?
Under any context.
Well, no. Is it romantic? Is it game wise? Is it like what am I picking?
Okay, so choose one to save from a romance standpoint, another one to save for a game. You can take two.
Okay, Kirby for romance.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Nothing at all. No, I would
because of that smile.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's so adorable. Let's see. Save for, I guess, because this is like.
Go ahead.
I just saw that. Okay. Save for romance reasons. Tifa or Lady Maria.
Okay.
I would say, actually, there's the shocker. I would say Lady Maria between the two.
Okay.
So Lady Maria. But so it's the tie. It was almost a tie between Tifa and Lady Maria. But character overall to save. Well, it's a meme in my channel how much I like Tifa. That's why for that one. But I would say to actually like save for game or kind of overall, I will say Kratos.
Okay.
Because that's out of all of those, I would say. Just looking, make sure I picked him. Yeah, that was my favorite game out of the bunch. Like out of these ones that you've picked, all great choices. But God of War is my top 5 game of all time. So
the newest one.
The newest one.
It was outstanding. I mean, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about the second one that's dropping, especially because you got Thor in there. And man, that game was one of my game of the years by far.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Chad, I think Cole handled himself pretty well. He handled himself really well. So, good choices. Good choices. We're impressed.
Originally, I thought you were gonna. I thought when you told me about this a long time ago, I was like, all right, which characters would you date? Not which one. I didn't think about the action. So I was at first.
Well, I figured we didn't want to start going into dating video game characters, but I mean, we could have. But why not? I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, we can do whatever the hell we want. This is live. It doesn't matter. No, it was really good choice. Actually, we got, and this is all random. So the fact that you ended up getting Tifa, it's all random. Yeah, this isn't set. I didn't choose stuff ahead of time. So yeah, Sirius Wolf coded the whole thing, and Princess Buttercloud helped with the images and all that other stuff. So this is all custom made from the ground up over a couple of weeks, and we're going to be adding more games as well eventually. I mean, take you on in Pong live, simple game. When was the last time you played Pong? You know,
yesterday.
Really? You played Pong yesterday? With all the time you played New World, you played Pong.
Yeah, I was feeling sick, so it gets me feel better. And I just like to play a little Pong.
The old school Pong on your Atari.
Yeah, I got Atari set up back here. Of course, it's great. My wife sets it up. It's awesome. We play together. It's
Yeah, for those that are going to be eventually listening to this on audio, you can't see his facial expressions, but take a guess. You'll probably be correct.
All lies in the past 10 seconds. Okay.
No kid. Wow. I'm shocked by that statement.
hmm
No, that was really good. Yeah, we got some good characters there. So the one thing I definitely wanted to talk about was New World. I mean, it's it's something that we've been playing a lot about. We've talked about it on the pre-show, and go
What's
on.
it called?
No, it's New World.
Never heard of it.
NEW. It's this new MMO that's come out, which has taken the world by storm. No pun intended. And you liking it? You enjoying your time with it?
I've only played a few hours. I think it's fun. It's got some ups and downs, I'd say. No mounts, so I'm not a huge fan.
Oh, so you're one of the mount people. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. I need mounts, otherwise my game is trash.
Oh, but of course. That's it. It's just not even worth. Just uninstall, delete.
Yeah, no. Game is. I switched from variety, as I said, to one game. I took a risk with New World, and I think it was a good choice, personally, because the more I play it, the more I realize this is a long-term game. Like, this is something, especially with the backing of it, and it's already success. So because it's success, they're gonna put more resources into it. And as long as they don't screw it up, literally, they can play it safe the rest of the time. It'll be successful. So as long as they really don't screw it up, they will be fine. And the game will have a healthy population for a long time. I don't know if it'll be WoW levels of population. Maybe eventually, if WoW dwindles a little more and they add more good stuff, because really, it's probably the smoothest MMO launch I've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely.
People are trying to nitpick and find things wrong with this game, and that is the most telling sign to me that it's good. PC Gamer, I don't think has put out a positive article on the game yet, or they're trying to sensationalize everything about the game. Like, oh, there's no mounts. Oh, the queue time issue lasted like a week,
Which was
I haven't had
expected.
yeah, but no, they wanted a perfect game from a first time developer. I don't care how much money you have. If if you give me $1 billion, I'm still not going to know how to like run a rocket program. Like, it's
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
like, even if you give me a game company, my first game is going to suck.
Especially on
So-
release. I mean, you look at WoW
Exactly.
now, it's taken like a decade to get to where it is, and it still has its occasional issues, even though it's pretty clean. But
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think for a release on an MMO by a new company, which some people have experience in MMOs, I think it went very, very well.
And we'll see what they're hiring more people, so we're going to see where it goes. I'd say things that I hope improve. Their social media game, I think, is garbage. Like, no, full offense, actually, full offense. Like, they need to hire someone else, or at least approve them to let them do more stuff, because all they do is retweet and send out updates on like the game
Maintenance.
itself.
Yep.
They don't post anything else that's worthwhile to me. I would say they also need to expand on I know it's week 2, but I want to see kind of like, I don't know, just a little more love for, I don't know, their world and their lore kind of thing. Because to me right now it feels a little bit like, all right, what's a fantasy setting that we can make people play in? Like, I want more like love for their like lore in their game.
Yep.
If that sounds something specific, because the documents are great. There's 569 or something like that, like in-game documents, and I have not read them all, and that's awesome. But
Which you plan to do.
yeah, I still am gonna read all those. That is actually gonna be my first YouTube project, is doing an audiobook basically of each like segment on one thing, and I'm just gonna post on YouTube, just so people have an audio version of it.
So when I'm on the elliptical or working out, I'll just listen to you reading lore from New World. That's it. That's the plan.
Well, yeah, that's so.
Chop,
I
chop.
think that's like I said. But those are only things I could find that were nitpicks.
Sure.
Like, I have 100 ways I could improve the game. I think, like, for example, for fast travel, they should add like ports. I'm hooked on this port idea. So they should, for each section that's attached to an ocean, they should have like a ferry system that goes up and down it. And if you control the area, you can actually increase or lower or higher the tariffs, or like the ticket price for gold to fast travel, not Azoth, from point A to point B. So say you want to go from Restless Shore to New Light, and you want to fast travel around to each port. Point A decides the price, and point B, and like if you control both, you can lower the price or increase the price. But another way probably that I think would be cool for a town project thing would be like improve the roads. So if you improve the road system, then like you get like a 10% like movement speed bonus if you're on the roads.
That's a good
like
idea.
A buff, yeah. Because then it's like you don't need mounts; you just go along the roads.
That's smart.
and that would improve their town building. It gives us another town building option. It would give us another like reason to hold territory, because what if the boost only affects your team?
That's a really
Like,
good
it only-
idea. I like that.
yeah.
And it's funny whenever you mention, and it's something that it's my own fault. Whenever you mention a town name, I go back to Morningdale.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we found out where Thundy's mind is in the morning. I was
You
asking
wanna
where
say
we.
it?
I was like halfway asleep. I was still like grinding, like level 30. And he's like, yeah, I'm in Morningwood, just like moving around, finding some stuff. And we're just like after 3 seconds, like, did you say you were in Morningwood? I legit thought that was a place in the game for something. Like, there's no way they named a place Morningwood. Like.
And the fact that we had to think about it for a second. Wait, is it really called?
We were just talking, and I didn't want to be rude because you were talking like, wait, I'm not hearing things. You said Morningwood.
I said, did I?
That's where we found out where Thundy's mind is in the morning.
I don't know if it's just the morning. Let's call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
There's two. Yeah. Well, there you go. That was good. Must walk. There you go. That was good. Nice. So you said you want to go full time New World. That's your plan. That's your focus. I'm happy for you. I think that's great.
Yes, but when I mean that, I mean not stream. Like, I'm streaming a heavy amount right now. That's
Right.
just to get to level 60. Once I'm level 60, I'm going to tone it back a bunch. I would say, so right now I've put about, 130 hours in the first 2 weeks. There's no way I'm doing that consistently. So I do plan to cut down to an actual, like, I'd say 4 to 5 times a week stream. In one week, 1 day a week, be a community or a different game entirely, just so we can have some kind of like, it won't get stale. Because we do crowd control too, which you guys should do, by the way, over here, because crowd control is amazing, and I think every streamer should do it.
Go on.
Personally, there's an app called Crowd Control where you guys like do channel points and bits, and you can screw with the game as you're trying to do stuff. But
Okay.
But anyway, so after that, so when I tone down the streams, the time that I spent streaming New World is going to go into TikToks and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Shorts, Instagram Reels, just to focus on New World. I've already set up a second TikTok page, a second Instagram page. It's just going to focus on that topic, from memes, guides, lore, and then we're going to figure out what niche really fits the further we go, whether it be PvP, PvE, or other breakdowns, things like that. But I just want to be my name, TheColeBrew. I want it to be synonymous with New World. So, like, people know me for one thing, because variety is not a good thing to do anymore, especially if you're a small stream.
I like your plan. I like your plan. Hopefully, we'll be able to get into our first invasion tonight, which should be exciting.
Yes.
Which I signed up. So, for those that don't know how it works, is the governor of the town chooses 10 people that they can take with them, and then the other 40 are randomly taken from the on-call list. So hopefully Cole and I will be able to get in. I know you're planning on. What was that? You signed up for two. I didn't sign up for the other one. I think there's still time to do it before it starts.
Yeah, one of them's at 9 p.m. The other one's at 11.
Then we'll be fine, because
so.
I know when the show's over, Cole's. I think you said you were gonna take a break. You said you want to go to the gym, stuff like that.
I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna work out and like clean up a bit, and then come back on and stream.
And I'll be with you there, because it's New World. 8 hours easily tonight again. Hopefully it hits 60.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to. You'll hit 60.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to. There's one thing to stream 8 hours when it's a special event or something special going on. But I don't see the benefit in streaming that long, ever.
Oh, yeah. I just love the game.
No, I know. I love the game too. I'm just saying in terms of like where this is more for me.
Sure.
But like you can see like it is very difficult to be entertaining for 8 hours. It's difficult to be entertaining for 4 hours. So to be engaging for 8 hours is a burnout, unless it's like we have tens of thousands of people there.
Sure.
Which we don't have.
Well, I mean, you've been very entertaining for this hour. So, there's that.
I saved all my energy for you, Thundy.
Oh, wow.
Thundy needs me.
I appreciate it, my friend. My heart grows. Yeah, but I think New World is something. I think we were both looking for a game that we can stick our time into.
Yeah.
And
No, you've taken off on it. You've done more than me, and it's not even your intended long-term game, which is
It's
awesome.
not. I mean, it's a nice
Mhm.
something to hold. I mean, the Death's Door no hit
Oh
runs,
yeah.
that's on hold for right now. I just that needed a break. And Fallen Order's not
When
coming
are
out
we
until
gonna when are we gonna see that stuff return a little bit?
like the Death's Door no
Elden Ring?
hit. Oh, well, Elden Ring probably. I don't think I'm ever going to do a challenge run with it particularly. I mean, but I
Oh,
could.
I'm playing Elden Ring, but
Yeah.
I'm streaming it too. That's my break game. I have 3 break games next year that I'm gonna take from New World. So Elden Ring, God of War 2, and probably Harry Potter. Those are gonna be
Okay,
the
there
3.
you go. Good
Yeah.
choices. Good choices. Yeah, I mean, New World. I think that the biggest issue that we're discussing, offline was what's the end game going to be like. I mean, there's certain areas in Reekwater and in Ebonscale which you happily got into at the end of your stream about an hour or so ago, which
I wanted to see it.
and and you paid for it.
I was just genuinely like, oh, it says go here. All right, let's go freaking here.
I'm
And
gonna
then
have to
everybody
wait
else
for
is
you
like,
to go out there because I'm not
yeah,
doing that till I'm 60. So
yeah, because that is I didn't realize it's like the Imperial Palace where the invasion's about to commence across the world. I'm like,
yep,
oh,
yeah. So I gotta wait for you, and we gotta get at least another 3 or 4 up to 60 before we can do that.
that quest? That's a 55.
It's 55, but I
Oh, you
mean,
mean the open world?
well, the open world. That's all. I believe that's all 60 elite kind of stuff.
That one is 60 elite. The
Right.
open world is actually higher than the expedition.
Correct, and that's where we get all of our drops and the gear score,
Yeah.
ratios and stuff like that. So,
So the expedition is what I do try to plan to do tonight.
oh, you want to do
Um,
Dynasty?
I want to if I can.
I'll
We'll see
join
about
you
the-
for it. Yeah.
I'll see. Yeah, for sure. I'll see about the invasions. But it is so expeditions are like dungeons in World of Warcraft. It's literally the same thing.
Right. Or
Can we
flashpoints from
just-
Star Wars: The
can
Old
we
Republic.
Can we please just call them the same thing?
No,
Like across the board. They're all
No.
dungeons. They're all dungeons. That's it. They're all D&D.
Yeah, but it's
It's
to
all
me,
D&D,
to me,
man.
when you say dungeon, I think of Zelda, The Legend of Zelda. That's a dungeon to
Fine.
me.
There's puzzles and there's enemies and there's things. You gotta
Yeah.
do. Okay, that is the one thing I would say that okay. I played a crap ton of ESO.
Sure.
So actually my plan originally was to go ESO to New World. But then I blew up on TikTok a little bit and I got really, really greedy. And I basically people were coming over for well, no, here's the thing. We were growing like at a very consistent rate for the first time in a long time, like
Mhm.
really heavily growing. And it was probably I've made 3 big mistakes on my streaming career. 3 big ones. One, not sticking with Dead by Daylight. Like I was playing Dead by Daylight a lot. I was red rank killer. And I was that is the one game my community has ever told me to uninstall though, because I was getting so angry.
Really?
Like,
Is that bad?
yeah, they're like, you can't play this anymore. I'm like, I'm not disagreeing with you. So because the Dead by Daylight community is probably the worst community. No, second worst community. First is the Undertale community.
I was gonna say Undertale. I used to speedrun Undertale, and when I did my my blind playthrough, it was brutal. Like they just couldn't help but tell you everything, and that's not a game you can have spoiled.
They tell you every step of the way what to do. It's like I don't get it. Where do they come from? Like, why do they think that's okay?
There's an alert. Somebody new's playing it. It showed up in the title. Let's go attack. It's just
Like, what in the Tumblr is happening here? It's just like they spoil so much for no reason.
Yep.
And like, I killed the cow, like on purpose.
Your first
because
playthrough?
Well, no, they were telling me what to do, and
The genocide run. Yeah.
I said, kill it. I'm done. I'm not doing this because I don't tell me what to do ever. Second of all,
Yeah.
it's like why there is no perfect way. Even the creator, I think, like developed like anxiety because of the community and how bad they were. Remember, if you look like Markiplier when he played it, oh, he was hating it because of the community as well. It's so bad. Like
People
they're
love the
worst.
game so much that they just cannot wait for you to do something. If you don't do it their way, it was brutal.
I don't get what happened. Like why? I don't know where that community came from. I call it the Tumblr community because I think they came from Tumblr personally. Like, and they don't game.
Mhm.
So this is their only area of expertise. So that's just my theory.
There you
I'm
go.
I'm probably wrong on that. Like that's like what happens with people who backseat, like specifically
Oh
girls
gosh.
channels. Like they'll come in and that is the only flex they have in life, that they're really good at the game, and they try and like impose their will on the girl streamer, and it's so pathetic. It is so pathetic.
Just let people play. I mean, the whole point of, to me, the whole point and enjoyable thing about Twitch is watching somebody experience something for the first time. You only get that once.
Right. A lot of people don't actually know that, which
Of
is
course
the
not.
funny part. Yeah, they don't understand. Like a lot of people don't understand the joy of watching somebody play something for the first time and how obnoxious it can be. But yeah, so DBD, back to DBD.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna bag on the community too much longer. But DBD, I should have stuck with that. I would have been partner because I was doing decent at it. Secondly, what was the second game? It was shoot, what was it? There was a second game I really dove into for a long time. Anyway, can't remember what it was. Oh, Spellbreak, I consider my second mistake.
I think we shared in that mistake.
We shared in that mistake because we were like, oh, we know we need a game to like get good at, and that was the one. Oh no, it was Among Us. Among Us.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I caught the train early on Among Us. Like I caught it really early. Like, and compared like to most people, like I was under like the uptick a little bit. But if we stuck with that, that would have been great. But I absolutely hated the meta, and I hated how everyone was like, became freaking Sherlock Holmes super quick, and they'd blame the streamer all the time when you play with your community.
Yeah, there's that. And actually, they came out with another one called Goose Goose Duck, which quite honestly,
Same thing, right?
it's the same thing, but it's so much better in like every aspect. We played it for a while.
Okay.
It's really, really. So if you ever needed like a community night, but you don't want to play Among Us, it's free too. Goose Duck's
cool.
free.
Oh, it was great. Among Us is great.
Oh, Among Us is great too. Yeah.
Like I loved that. It was so easy. But so I should have stuck with that and connected with other streamers. That was a great way to do it. I just was not having fun with it. And thirdly, ironically, is ESO. ESO, okay. I should have stuck with. I got a little bored with it. So here's my comparison of how much I like New World compared to a game that I put 2 months into. I put 2 months into ESO. I've already passed it on New World in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
That's wild.
It's how much I played.
From a statistics standpoint, that's mesmerizing.
Yep. New World is already in my top 5 games, I believe.
I checked. I checked.
You did? Is it today?
It's up there.
7?
It's definitely top 10.
When did you see it?
Right before we started the show. I always check. Okay. I do my research, so I always check.
No, I'm joking.
Nerd.
Actually, it just passed ESO today.
Yeah, I was gonna let you bring that up.
Yep, by 4 hours today. So next is Skyrim, but Skyrim's gonna be a second.
Yeah, I don't know where it is on my list.
Thank you, Black Hole.
Yeah, thanks, Black Hole. Appreciate it. I don't know where it is on my list. Even if something passed Fallen Order will eventually come back up.
What's your Fallen Order?
Airtime or like played? Playtime, it's like 850, close to 900 hours, not including the hundreds of hours I did off stream. Airtime, it's definitely not that high. At least I don't think it is.
Let's see.
New World's number 8 for me. Okay.
Well, you mained one game, so every game is going to be passable. Like really.
Yes. Yeah, Fallen Order's number 1 for me.
Wow. What is Astroneer?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know
what's Astroneer?
Oh.
You're gonna walk away for Astroneer?
No. One of the most wholesome space games of all time.
Never heard of it.
It was created by System Error Softworks. I know members of the dev team. Oh, you just pissed off a lot of people with that question. I've known SES Dev. Yeah, they're on Twitch, and it's great team. But I've been since the beta since 2016. Fantastic game. Oh, yeah, and SDK mods the wiki for him.
Your mod is the wiki admin. Oh god.
Yeah, that we're very friendly with the System Error team here. But if you ever need like a relaxing exploration, world manipulation kind of game, it's the best of the best. The music's good. It's a lot of fun. You can play with other people, and I think it's extremely underrated. Very underrated.
I mean, you put a lot of time into it, so it has to have something going for it. So,
yes.
But you've put Elite Dangerous. I know Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
But no, a freaking Jedi, dude. You've put 783 hours just on stream.
Yes, correct. I dedicated a lot. That run was my baby.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have been called the Godfather by other ones because I invented the run. I don't really like that name because I think it's ridiculous, but I mean, it's fine. I've been called worse things in my life. It's not a big deal. But that
like
number,
like Thunder Receptor.
Thunder. Oh God, I was wondering if we get through an entire show without you saying it, and we were really, really close. But
I got a lot. So Thundy I've known Thundy's name, and I don't have dyslexia, but for some reason I always read it as Thunder Receptor because the R and just for some reason it's Thunderceptor, but I've had it locked in there, and just so without thinking, I'll say Thunder Receptor, and it just sounds really bad.
Because it gets to me just a little. I mean, I don't care, but he knows it just gets to me just a little bit because I know he knows it.
And Black Hole just outed you. 857 hours total playtime according to Steam.
Yeah, people know information about, and that's not even the final number because we do runs on top of that. And when the second game comes out, we're doing it back to back, and then when the third game we do it back to back. It's going to be like 2,000-3,000 hours.
When's the third? They're planning a third.
Well, they said that it's a new franchise. So yes, it could just be 2 games, but when I think franchise and with Star Wars, it's usually trilogies. So I'm hoping
the next one
2023 most likely.
2023 for the next game, right?
Right, and then the game after that, if it's 3 years after that, 2026.
It would probably be 2 years for that one.
I would hope so. Also with COVID, it probably backed up development time. So maybe by 2026, 2027, we'll get the back-to-back-to-back run. I'm building the yeah. So I have long-term plans. But,
you have 5-year out plans.
Yeah. That's the project manager in me. So that's that now we apply project management to taking over entire regions in New World, and we're gonna steamroll everybody. Right?
I mean, I just want First Light, just so I can burn it to the ground.
After what they pulled last night, what Covenant pulled last night, First Light is gonna burn.
How so?
They attacked Weaver's Fen and Ebonscale. They can do whatever they want with Cutlass Keys. I really don't care. But they were very smart. They were very smart because while the Syndicate, our wonderful Syndicate group, and the Marauders were going at it, they were gaining their strength. And then when everybody rested, they attacked vulnerable locations on opposite sides of the map.
Are you on the Discord?
For Oceania Syndicate, I am. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Where is that? I don't even know where that is.
I can get you the link for it.
Yeah.
That's where they go in for invasions and for maybe not invasions, but they go in for definitely for the wars.
The Dork Father. Oh,
the Dork Father. Well, that's one. That's a good name. That's a good one.
No.
That's it. There's so many nicknames. I'm sure you have your fair share too.
No.
I
don't know. Do we have nicknames?
He has to ask. I guess they're not that prominent if he has to ask.
Well, the names we've had to eliminate in the past have because they're uncomfortable. So
yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of those too. Plenty of those. Just by the look on your face. My apologies.
If you go type in certain words in my channel, they're banned for a reason.
Yeah, I would expect that. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think I have nicknames like that.
That's okay.
Yeah. Do you want some? I can make you some.
You're gonna give it your best shot. Go ahead.
Thunder Receptor.
No, off the table. It's not gonna happen.
Everyone, so that's gonna be the channel name. You're welcome.
That's not it. I'm not gonna rebrand.
Oh no, but no, your community is. Watch, it's gonna be great.
No, see, that's not something we need to start putting out there. Oh, don't with the capital C. That the C is not supposed to be capitalized. What have you done? Look what you've done. That's all the time we have. Actually, we're about that time anyway. But no, I don't.
Your emotes are very good.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I mean the weather theme, and I figured weather's very relatable. Everybody interacts with weather. You can't escape it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So they're good. But I love your Poggy, your Pog. I love that emote.
Pog?
Yeah, your Pog emotes.
Our Pog is unbelievable. I'm surprised how popular the Pog was.
It's adorable.
I was like, oh, that's like your most used one.
It's adorable. I use it all the time. I think it's great. Good variety.
Yeah, we're trying to switch over all the style to a new style, though.
Yeah,
is the goal.
Is that a big secret?
No, you can see it right now. Our new ones are switching over from that kind of chibi anime cartoony vibe to a more Disney vibe.
Okay.
So the new ones definitely look more literally like Disney characters.
Okay, that's
So
good.
that let me see if I can find one really
Sure.
quick. Oh wait. Uh
Love those pogs.
yeah, the pogs are great, but like the the blush, the high, the hype.
They came out really
Yeah.
nice. They look really
Yeah,
good.
my invert silhouette.
There you go.
She did great.
That's good. So,
So I've had there's 3 people that I've had on my channel
Mhm.
for about since I played D&D. They came over from D&D. So 2 of my mods are from the D&D days, and she's one of them.
okay.
So she's been there for like 4 years. She's done for like
Oh,
4
wow.
years now.
That's wonderful.
Mhm.
That's really great. So, you're getting back to New World tonight. Wanted to make
Yes.
thing very, very clear, chat. Please go follow TheColeBrew, not just on Twitch, not just on Twitter, but make sure you hit him up on TikTok and hit him up on YouTube. He's going to be expanding his content, going to be diversifying to other platforms, which I think is a very smart thing, something we need to be doing as well. A lot of content creators should be doing that as well. You put all your stock into one platform, not great.
It's really
but
to be fair though, I know you're trying to end here, but to be fair though, it's really easy to be comfortable in what you know, and it is really comfortable for me just to flip on stream and
Sure.
sit there for hours, and it's like, oh, I'm creating content, but are you?
Yeah. We got all the time in the world. I'm just,
Yeah.
no pun intended with the, New World thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a stretch, but, it's kind of,
I appreciate the attempt.
of course. Well, I try. Worst thing I can do is fail and just try again. It's all right. It's
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
Such is life. It's fine.
What?
Really? You don't say. Yeah, but I'm sure Cole and I will be linking up tonight, invasion-wise, and I know oh, no, he's done with me. That's it. It was a 2-week trial. Got a little bit more extra time than I needed to. The shaking of the head. I don't know. I don't blame you. Story of my life. It's fine.
Oh, shut up. Woe is me. I received
Oh, no, everything's
thunder.
fine. It's all good. Oh, please go follow Cole. I'm super, super happy to know him and wish him nothing but the best in his new world endeavor. And no Thunder Receptor. That's not going to happen. I'm going to have to edit all of that out.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to edit anything out. But
No, you're not.
no, of course not.
Hype train.
No, none of that. We don't need to do that.
Sure we do.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
I don't know.
Unacceptable. So
Do you turn your hype trains off?
I don't think so.
We should find out.
I don't think
Chat,
I
we can
did.
just find out. Hype train?
I don't think I did. Oh,
There you go.
it is
Oh,
on.
you have it. You have it on
Hyper train.
hard.
Do I?
Hype
No, I
train.
don't. Do I really? You did
have it on
activate the hype train.
You
I
have
haven't
medium or hard.
I haven't edited that in like a year and a half.
You have it on medium or hard. How many hype trains you missed out on, son?
I don't have many.
Thunder Receptor Train, the
No,
Cole
Thunder-
76 Hyper.
See, the audio comes through to the show. This is gonna be so weird on Spotify.
Oh, we can't hear it.
But you can't hear it. I can hear it. Well, thank you all for the support. You didn't have to do that. That's ridiculous. Thanks, Kims. Thank you, everyone.
Well, we tried.
We tried. It's beautiful. You didn't have to do that. Unacceptable.
Well, my community's not. What's we?
What's we?
Exclamation point we. What's that do?
Oh, I think it's my friend Odie, who's actually in the company with me in New World.
Oh, Odie.
Yeah, he just goes wee or something like that, like a high voice.
Wait, Odie plays New World with you?
Yeah, he's in our company. Odie Dragon?
Oh, somebody else.
You're thinking of a
Okay.
different Odie. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, Odie's coming to my stream while I'm playing New World and hasn't said a thing. I was really mad.
Yeah, no, it's a different Odie. He's actually the one who made
Okay.
all of our cloud emotes. Odie.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it, got it. I'm thinking of someone else.
yeah. Different Odie.
Wait,
Odie Dragon made cloud emotes.
hold on. Let me look this up. I want to look this up. Wait, where is his? Does he have a link?
He used to stream. Doesn't anymore.
OD. No. Okay, no. It's somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking OD.
Oh, yeah. Those are all the links for the artists.
Okay.
Which we have somebody that's not on there, which I need to add. But
Yeah,
that's really good. That's really good. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and it's always nice playing New World with you. Nice chatting with you.
we gotta hurry. Shroud just got a new world.
Oh, did you really? Oh yeah, because that's how I dictate my time.
Yeah.
Well,
When Shroud hops on.
yeah, right. I mean, it's not like I plan on playing for another 6 to 8 hours tonight. 60 is on the horizon.
You're right there,
I
dude.
just
Let's
hit
go.
58, so I need about 200,000 more XP, and we're there. We should be able to hit that tonight.
Get it, dude. All right, man. I'll let you go so you can get to.
Sounds good. I
Like-
appreciate it, and I really appreciate you chatting with us. And I'll see you. I guess I don't know, an hour or two, something like that.
Yeah, this was fun, dude. I can't wait to see where else you take this thing.
Yeah. Talk about our next guest here in a bit, and it'll be exciting.
Who's your next guest?
Well, I mean, I can talk about it now. Sure, why not? So, on October 30th, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern, my buddy Mon, formerly known as Monka Man, who is the guitars for our sub song, which I know is muted now. He did the Song of Storms from Zelda with me. Well, I did it with him. It's his album, and he's dropping a full cover, 13 songs called The Old Blood, all Bloodborne covers. And we're gonna try to work it out this way. He performs a couple of songs live. It's gonna be our first musical guest. He's got a ridiculous amount of talent. He's one of my oldest friends. We go back to doing 2 streamer 1 controller runs on Dark Souls 3. Awesome guy, and he hasn't been on Twitch for a while. He used to stream a lot. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and he is one of the most talented guitarists I've ever met in my life. And he's gonna perform hopefully live. There's a rumor he might do album giveaways for free, which was not supposed to be talked about now, but you don't see my lips moving, so maybe it didn't happen. Just prepare for that. And maybe I'll buy an extra couple myself and we'll do some giveaways, because his music is very, very, very good. He's just a lot of fun to chat with. Just like Cole. So there you go. So that'll be on October 30th, and we've got a few other guests lined up. So it's gonna be a good time.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. And again, a big thanks to Cole for being here, and also for helping me out get started and giving me advice about the podcast stuff and getting us started. So I really appreciate it. And I hope your workout goes well.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
All right, I need to look forward to that.
Yes, you do. Come on, you got this. We can hype him up. He's got to work out tonight. If you don't work out, there's no New World. That's it.
You're not my mom.
And we're not going to get into that. But that whole thing, yeah, we're not going to get into that. No, I'm not. No, but I figured that would kind of motivate you to say, yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. We'll chat soon.
All right, see you, dude.
All right, take care, man.